Welcome back to the Hotep Money Channel, where we cover the latest in artificial intelligence and finance news. I am your host, Hotep Jesus. Without further ado, let's get into today's update. U.S. agencies are switching to OpenAI and Google amid the Anthropic phase-out. It says here on Seeking Alpha that 3 more U.S. cabinet-level agencies, the Departments of State, Treasury, and Health and Human Services, are going to stop the use of Anthropic's AI products, joining the Pentagon in switching to rivals like OpenAI under a new White House order. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said in an X post on X that his department was terminating all use of Anthropic products. However, that does not tell the entire story about the fate of the AI industry and all of the shakeup. ChatGPT uninstalls surged by 295% after the DoD deal. Okay, so U.S. app installs of ChatGPT's mobile app jumped uninstalls 295% day over day on Saturday, February 28th, as consumers responded to the news of OpenAI's deal with the DoD. Meanwhile, U.S. downloads for OpenAI competitor Anthropic's Claude jumped by 37% day over day on Friday, February 27th, and 51% as of Saturday, February 28th, after the company announced it would not partner with the U.S. Defense Department. U.S. downloads dropping 13% day over day on Saturday for ChatGPT shortly after news of his deal went public. Downloads continue to fall on Sunday when they were down 5% day over day. Before the partnership was announced, the app's downloads had grown 14% day over day on Friday. Claude's App Store ranking jumped all the way up to number 1 in the U.S. App Store on Saturday. That is a jump of over 20 ranks compared with roughly a week prior. Consumers are also sharing their opinions about OpenAI's deal in the app's ratings, where 1-star reviews for ChatGPT surged 775% on Saturday, then grew 100% day over day on Sunday. 5-star reviews declined during the same period, dropping by 50%. App figures noted that Claude's total daily U.S. downloads on Saturday surpassed those of ChatGPT for the first time ever. U.S. downloads of Claude increased, but its estimates put that figure even higher, 88% day over day on Saturday. They also noted that Claude is now the number 1 free iPhone app in 6 countries outside the U.S., including Belgium, Canada, Germany, Luxembourg, Norway, and Switzerland. SimilarWeb said that Claude's U.S. downloads over the past week were around 20x what they were in January. So ChatGPT down, Claude up. The people are speaking. They don't want to see a deal with the DoD, especially when the main terms were don't spy on U.S. citizens. I'm sure that's, a Fourth Amendment concern. And also no autonomous weapons using artificial intelligence, which aren't, major ass at all. They seem quite reasonable, especially when it comes to respecting the Fourth Amendment. With that being said, Sam Altman jumps out and does damage control. He heads straight to his X account and he's copping pleas left and right. Here's what he said. We're going to amend our deal to add this language in addition to everything else. So he's got some new language, blah, 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 talking about protecting the civil liberties of Americans, etc., etc. He also promised that he won't allow the technology to be used with the NSA, because that was a big concern, Edward Snowden, etc., etc. And he says here, One thing I think I did wrong, we shouldn't have rushed to get this out on Friday. The issues are super complex and demand clear communication. We were genuinely trying to de-escalate things and avoid a much worse outcome, but I think it just looked opportunistic and sloppy. Sam, don't do this. You're making it look worse than it already is. You were being opportunistic, Sam. Come on, Sam, just come out and come clean. You're being opportunistic. Don't tell us this hot garbage about how you were trying to de-escalate things. No, you tried to come in and you tried to backdoor Anthropic and Claude. That's what you try to do. The people are responding. Your app downloads are down. 1-star reviews are coming in, and you're feeling the crush. You're feeling the opportunity that you being the leading LLM in the world is slipping right through your fingers based upon greed and being opportunistic. We're going to keep following the story. I will keep you up to date on how these things unfold in the future. In the meantime, we got some rumors out in Silicon Valley. Mark Andreessen published this on his X account last night. He said, overheard in Silicon Valley, every single person who is in favor of government control of AI is now opposed to government control of AI, which is signaling a huge shift, it seems, that some people are like, hey, no problem for government to control AI. And now they're like, wait a second, I think I'm going to backtrack. Some of us have been in the same place because, we tend not to trust the government. But some of us were like, no, like, why would you want to do that? Some people are speculating that in 2028 and beyond, potentially 2030, artificial intelligence is going to become completely and totally owned and controlled by the government. Maybe not owned, but definitely controlled and highly regulated by the government. So look out for that and enjoy your time with AI now. Download your LLMs, get them running locally, because there could be a clampdown in AI coming soon. I don't know, just pure speculation. But we will keep you abreast. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you never miss another update. Meta's doing some interesting things. They're trying to take your money. They're rolling out an experimental AI shopping tool, and it's in beta test. It's only showing up for desktop browsers, some desktop browsers. You'll know it because you'll see a little button that says shopping research inside the query box. So if you see that, you've been selected to try it out. It says here, when users ask for product suggestions, the chat bot will show them a carousel with product images and their pricing, along with a link to the e-commerce website and information about the brand. Unfortunately, you cannot make purchases directly from the AI, from the AI yet, but I'm sure that will change in the future, because it just makes sense to just make the transaction seamless. Cursor is boasting a $200 billion annualized revenue run rate, and that's basically calculated by multiplying its latest month's revenue by 12. And it says here that monthly revenue has doubled over the past 3 months. If you've developed any software, you should be familiar with Cursor, and you may have used Cursor. I use Cursor, I use Grok, I use Replit, and all for like coding too. Replit mostly for web development, Cursor for app development, Claude and Grok just for general code if I'm just, coding something that I just need for personal use that's not going to be published. But they said the shift in Cursor's revenues because enterprise customers now account for approximately 60% of their revenue. So they went not so focused on retail dev, but going to enterprise. Thank you for watching. It's been another wonderful update. I will keep you up to date every day on the artificial intelligence world. Once again, my name is Hotep Jesus. Hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.
This product does not boost your testosterone. Boosting your testosterone is unhealthy. What this product does is it balances your hormone levels and frees up a natural testosterone production. That way you can get back to what you really want to do, which is hit the gyms.